The best Ticket to Ride expansions.
Thank you for joining us today at Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp.
And I'm Melissa Delp. And today we're talking about the best Ticket to Ride expansions. Now, we were introduced to Ticket to Ride back when basically it was published more than 15 years ago. It's a game that we love to play and love to share with others. It actually made our top 10 list for gateway games that we would use to introduce people to the hobby.
Now, you may be familiar with the base game, the US map. One of our early favorites was the Europe version.
And then there's lots of other Ticket to Ride content. You have the small box versions like Ticket to Ride New York. There's also Ticket to Ride London and Amsterdam. There are big games as well, Germany, Nordic countries, and some of the anniversary editions.
But this video, we're going to be focusing on the 7 map collections. We have Asia, India on one side, Switzerland on the other, Africa, Netherlands, United Kingdom on one side, and Pennsylvania on the other,
Whoa, getting high.
France, and then the newest one, Japan on one side and Italy on the other.
All right, that is a huge stack, and we are going to talk about our favorites a little later in the video, but first we're going to have some categories and put the expansions where we think they fit the best.
Our first category is higher player counts. Now, most Ticket to Ride support 4 or 5 players, but 2 expansions support 6 players.
In Map Pack 1 on the Asia side, you have team play. So it's either for 4 players or 6 players with 2 players on each team. And so that's a new mechanic that gives you that higher player count if you play with 3 teams for 6 players. And one of the cool things is you're going to be sharing some of the cards with your teammate.
Old West also plays up to 6 players, and you have to build off of your existing route, which can be challenging. There's also an extra color of trains, the white trains.
Our next category is for lower player counts. Now, Map Pack 2, India and Switzerland, has the Switzerland map, which is designed specifically for 2 or 3 players only.
And that map is a lot tighter, so it really works best with 2 and 3 players. Our next category is Quickest Game, which features the newest expansion, Map Pack 7, Japan.
That one reminded me more of the small box games because you have a lot fewer trains and then you are sharing some of those bullet trains. So that game went by way quicker than I was expecting.
Another interesting feature for the Japan map are some of the cities are magnified, so you can actually place trains within a city.
Our next category are the maps that are more interactive. In Map Pack 3, the Heart of Africa, there are terrain cards that you can use for extra scoring, but there's a majority aspect of these cards and you need to have at least as many or more than other players for it to be able to score.
Netherlands, which is Map Pack 4, you actually are paying bridge tolls to other players.
In Map Pack 6, France has the interesting mechanic of you actually have to lay tracks first before you can put trains on them, but as a separate action. So it could be that I take my turn to lay a colored track, but then another player comes in and puts their trains on that track.
Our next category is interesting scoring strategies. Map Pack 2, India, has these interesting mechanic with mandalas, and you're getting more points if you can create your routes within these mandalas, these circles.
In Map Pack 5, the Pennsylvania map introduces stocks into the game. So not only are you getting points for laying routes and completing tickets, but having majorities of stock. And there are a lot of points you can earn with the stocks.
Melissa had mentioned the Africa map, which is Map Pack 3, where you're using these terrain cards, and the mechanic lets you actually double the route scores.
In the most recent map pack, 7, which is Italy, and this one is giving you extra points for having lots of regions in your networks. So you're not only trying to get to certain cities, but also cover lots of regions to get more points.
Our next category is the most unique map collection. So we chose Map Pack 6, which is France and Old West. France because not only are you laying trains, but you actually have to lay the tracks first. So you don't really know what colors are going to be where in a given game.
Yeah, it really switches up the type of planning you're doing on your turns. And then you have the Old West map, which basically changes the whole way that you lay trains because they have to be connected to something you've already laid. So now you can't just, I'm going to put something in this corner and then put something in that corner and connect them later. No, you have to build off of a route that you've started. So it changes the way that you think about building your trains. The next category is for the most advanced expansion. In Map Pack 5, you have the United Kingdom map. And this one has technologies that you need to purchase. If you want to be able to lay a 3 or 4 train route, you have to purchase that technology first. If you want to go to certain regions, you need to purchase that technology first. So there is a lot of pre-planning with this game and restrictions of what you can do, but that does give you different strategies. Which technologies are you going to pursue? Some of them increase your scoring capabilities. So how do you balance the technologies that allow you to do more versus the technologies that give you more points?
For our last category, we're going to tell you what our favorite expansion is. And we both chose
Pennsylvania from Map Pack 5. Some of this may be because both Kevin and I are from, Kevin's from Pennsylvania.
I'm from Pennsylvania.
I'm from Maryland. There's a little bit of Maryland on that
There
map,
is a little
too.
bit of Maryland, that's true.
The B&O, Baltimore, Ohio Railroad.
I look at this map on Pennsylvania and it is a little nostalgic for me because I look at these railroads, I'm like, I actually have been to those railroads or seen those railroads or they're familiar to me, so that might...
Yeah, been to those towns.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Reading and things like that.
Scranton and stuff like that. But the mechanics, I think, really make this a favorite of ours as well.
Yeah, I really do enjoy these stocks and thinking about, if I go on this route, I only have access to these stocks, but I really want that stock, so maybe I should take a different route to get to my destination.
I agree. The stocks are really cool. And it's not a mechanic that's so hard to understand. It's I'm laying my train route here. Do I want a stock? Which one's available to me? What stocks are you collecting, Melissa? Or, I really enjoy that as part of the game.
It does add a little bit more to the end game scoring because you have to go through each stock. But the scores are super high in this game because you're adding lots and lots of more points on top of the destination tickets, on top of the route building. But I don't mind that. I kind of think it's fun to tally up those scores at the end.
So our favorite map collection is Map Collection 5, which is Pennsylvania on one side and United Kingdom on the other.
So with all of these map packs, you do need one of the base games to play with, either the USA version, the Europe version, or there are a few other games that have all of the trains and cards that you would need to play with these map packs. Wow. There are a lot, and each one brings something different to the game. Some of them make the game more complex. Some of them make them shorter. They add different mechanisms, different scoring. So it really just depends on what you're looking for in Ticket to Ride and how you want to change the game and keep it fresh for you.
Let us know in the comments which map collection is your favorite. We'd love to hear that. And as always, please like this video and subscribe to Tantrum House.
Sure. I don't know, I was just thinking through.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that.
Options.
What?
There are sides. Which sides are in English? Any of them?
I have India, Switzerland. I have all the right sides here.
United Kingdom, France, Japan.
Cool.
Like, all I'm seeing is foreign language.
It's going to make great outtakes.